and welcome to our presentation. This is SecurePW. My name is Khalid, and I'll be taking you through what we have for this project. Alright, so what's the problem? What's our problem? So today, more and more sites require users to create passwords, and along with these passwords, users can struggle to create strong passwords, and remembering them can be even more difficult for some. So we intend as and then cyber attacks become more common in recent years, with some estimating just more than 2,200 occur every day. This can be because of poor encryption by other services or just poor password creation by users, and we intend to make that process much easier for all users. So what is SecurePW? We are a free web-based password generation software. We create strong passwords to help users' accounts stay safe all across the web. We allow users to store all their passwords in one place, manage them, and have them linked to all their sites that they use. And we allow access on whatever site the user is on. We do this through an external API that will scan the user's account for scan the user device for what site they're on, and then just send that information to our servers. Our servers will find the password if they have a password for that site, and we send back to the user, and they will just input it right there without having to open the site at all. And our password storage is one of our main features because we hopefully will have it so that people can keep their passwords organized. They won't be forgetting their passwords all the time, and they'll be able to easily see what passwords they have and what passwords they need to change or stuff, and they'll be able to see what sites they have passwords for and if they want to delete some of those. And that's what we are. That's what SecurePW is. So our goal is to make password creation easy for all users of the internet, since that can be a struggle for a lot. Our passwords will be strong and secure for all users, using symbols, numbers, letters, whatever user wants. Long passwords, short passwords. We can create it. Hopefully, we'll be able to create it, and then with our password storage system, we'll be able to make it easier for users to track all their passwords, have them all in one place, so they don't have to so they don't forget where they put their password. They don't forget their password. We'll be able to find it easily. And then we can ease the process of logging in and signing up with our external API on sites to save users time, so they don't have to go searching for passwords. The password will show up for them and be inputted very easily for them without any sort of extra help or without any sort of extra time wasted opening tabs or opening phones to find stuff. They'll all just be easily inputted right through there through our external API. Okay, so here are some key functional and non-functional requirements for our software. Functional requirements include the easy-to-use and functional password generator that creates strong passwords. Able to detect the passwords is what we want to add in the future. Detect the strength of the passwords. And then we have the ability to save generated passwords to our database. This is our main feature, and hopefully this will be the main reason people use our service. And then we want our external API to be usable on all sites that include passwords that users have. So, and then we have the ability to manage user passwords on site. Users will be able to change their passwords, update the site that they're on, or delete them, create new ones, all that stuff, all through our site. So they don't have to. Yeah, so if they need to create a new password on a site, they'll go to our site, create the password. So once they get a good one, they'll save it onto our site and then save it onto the site that they're trying to log into, and they'll be able to use that password for that site until they need to change it again. Some non-functional requirements include the site's ability to maintain the integrity of all user data and to keep all user data safe, secure, avoid loss of any data to cyber attacks. We will employ state-of-the-art security to keep our users' data safe, using whatever methods we have to create safe data to avoid any kind of cyber attack and all that stuff. We want our service to be able to use on all devices: mobile phones, tablets, laptops, desktops. And we wanted the user interface to be able to be seen easily, read easily, understood easily by all users on all devices. And we also want a large number of users at all times. We want our we want our software to be up 24/7 because people need their passwords 24/7. Yes, someone will need their password at any point of the day. So having our software down when they need their password it's not a good thing if people are in time crunch or whatever, they need their password right away. So we intend to have our service up and running at all hours throughout the day. All right, here's our main system design with our major components. You have our client application, which handles user registration, password generation, and password management, which all sent to our backend server to authenticate users' accounts and all that stuff. And then password generation API is also used to our server, and password storage services used because they access our encryption service, which encrypts and decrypts passwords, encrypts the storage passwords. So in case of any kind of cyber attack, they won't be able to actually access password, it'll be securely encrypted, and then decrypt the password once the user requests them and needs them for request them on any site or whatever, and once they want to look at them. The backend server also accesses our database of user data and passwords. The external API accesses the external API, which authenticates and retrieves passwords for users after they've been decrypted. And then our notification service is something we intend to implement where you send alerts through emails or something, or on-site notification box about account activity like password creation, password deletion, like editing of saved passwords, and all that, and account sign-ins and stuff. So all that will be held through our notification service to ensure that users do not have any unauthorized users on their account. Moving on to our UI and functions, here's our home page. Here we can see that there you have a login section. We have a login button at the top right corner. There users can log in or create an account if they don't have one for our site. And then next to that, if they click that, once they're logged in, if they click that circle next to them, they'll be able to have a drop down of what they can do with their account, like manage their settings, manage their passwords, and log out. And then down in the middle is our password generator. On the left side of our password generator is the outputs section where the password will be outputted after they click the generate button. Once they've clicked the generate button, they'll be able to see the password. We hopefully want to include a bar to like a password strength detection, so the software knows what's a strong password, what's a low password, and it tells the user so they can make any changes to it or as the requirements they have. So if you have the save button, once it's generated, you can save it to their account, and then copy would allow user to copy it to the clipboard and paste it into whatever account they're trying to log into using that password. Then on the right of all that is the requirements that the user can set. Once they set all those requirements, the user will be able to set them and then generate whatever password they have. Here's our manage password screen. Here you can manage all the passwords. If you click on the site name section, you'll drop down the username and password and what you can do with the password. Once they click that manage password, then they would delete, edit site names, delete the passwords, create new ones. You know that once they click these two buttons at the bottom. And then for testing, we will use a combination of manual and automatic testing methods, including unit testing, integration testing, and system testing to ensure our product works correctly and reliably under all conditions. This includes stress testing because we want to be able to test the limits of our software, and if our software limits are too low, we will increase them so we can be able to have as many users as we can using the service at once and make sure our service doesn't crash when a lot of users are on it. And we plan to test all major components of the software, make sure they work before release. All these pass-fail criteria of these tests are written in our STD, and then all test deliverables, including use cases, test plans, all the test results, and all that stuff will be approved by project manager and sent to our teams, development team, so they can make changes if needed. And our testing schedule is written down in our software testing document, so that people who stay on track of when to start creating our test plans, hiring testers and deploying tests. Once the test deploys, send it back to the development team. The development team makes changes and sends it back to test, and testing team makes runs more tests, and keep doing that until our software reaches all our current requirements. And then once it is, we'll release it. That's it for us from SecurePW. Thank you for